Hello everyone, we have the Executive Director of TIE Silicon Valley, Mr. J. Visvanathan, right here with us at Santa Clara Convention Center at a beautiful event organized by TIE called TIE Inflect 2018. It's a two-day conference and so many investors, entrepreneurs and attendees are here. So let's learn a little more from Jay himself. Welcome to Yo India TV with me, Jasleen Khanuja, and give us a little background about the organization and its incorporation.
Jasleen, thank you for inviting me to speak to you. Thai Silicon Valley has been around for 26 years, and we are all about fostering entrepreneurship. So essentially, we help entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs make their way toward establishing and growing their companies. So the focus has always been on startups, and we've been helping people through a number of different ways. What I call the 3 M's: money, mentoring, and markets. So we help find people or connect them to sources of money like VCs, private equity firms. We also do a lot of mentoring. So if there's a startup, they need to know either it's a business plan, or they want to know how to approach a certain market, or they're looking for some technical expertise. We connect them to our very big network of charter members to help in that regard. And then the third one I said is markets. So we actually, through our very vast network of connections, connect them to potential sources of customers and markets. We have 61 chapters in 18 different countries, and through this vast network, we can enable companies here in Silicon Valley to have a global reach. And conversely, we can invite companies from around the world to come here and set up shop in Silicon Valley.
So when it comes to benefits, I see a huge value. Then talk a little bit about the cost as well.
So the cost actually is almost nothing. Yeah, because we are a non-profit, and we survive through sponsorships and subscriptions. So we actually get a lot of sponsor dollars from our various companies. You see them here at the conference, IBM, Cisco, etc. And so that helps to keep the organization going. We are also very dependent on subscriptions. So we have 2 classes of members: charter members who give a lot more money, and then regular members who give very little money. It's only $150 a year. But we rely on that base of subscriptions to fund our operations. So we are a startup. We don't actually charge you to make connections for you or give you advice. Although now we are going to scale that up in a much bigger way, and then that will have a fee associated with it.
That's wonderful. That's great to learn. So, all of you sprouting entrepreneurs, TIE is the right place to be. TIE are the right people who can help you. The TIE members will help you in all ways, including networking and the right consultations. So, do connect with them. What's your website?
It's tiesv.org. It's tiesv.org, and they can go there and find out all about TIE and all the services that they can avail of and how they can actually get engaged.
That's wonderful. And this is a 2-day conference. It's a beautiful event. It's a whole day long event, and I see thousands of people gathered here around, and there's a lot of positive energy, people helping people and building new relationships. So how did you think about this kind of a conference, and what was the orchestration bringing this huge effort together?
Yeah, so thank you. It's a very good question, and this actually is the 25th year that we are running this conference, and obviously over time it's grown from a few hundred people to multiple thousands of people, and it's all coming together through the work of many, many volunteers. So we have a very strong leadership team, which is the board of directors of TIE, and what we call the conveners, who come together every year, 3 months before the conference, and they put out a tremendous amount of work to actually plan all the speakers, the sessions, the expo hall that you see, and everything that we do here. And the way we do it is, I have a very small staff of people in the office, so we get it all done through an amazing network of volunteers. This year we have over 350 volunteers who've been working night and day for over 3 months to put this conference together, to put the show together, and I guess you can see the results right here.
So, who are the main speakers, the keynotes, and what are the other activities going on here? For those who do not know about this grand event, give them some insights.
So we typically have three components to it every year. So we have a number of grand keynote speakers who are luminaries in the companies, big companies, some well-known organizations. They will come and deliver keynote speeches in the main hall, which is over 2,000 people strong. And then we also have multiple tracks. We have 13 different tracks. Each of them is a half-day track. And so they all cover different technology areas. This year, the theme has been artificial intelligence. So in every one of those tracks, we are covering from experts what does artificial intelligence mean and how it impacts multiple industries, but also how it impacts human life on the planet in general. And so the content is very strong. That's what we are known for. That's what people come here to actually learn and get themselves educated on leading edge technologies. And then we have a lot of companies, startup companies, big companies on the expo floor that want to show leading edge products and services. So it's a way for you to learn what companies are actually doing. And then the third area that the conference really covers is that it's a fantastic opportunity to network. And so people come here. This year we're going over 5,000 people that are coming from 20 different countries in the world. And it's a wonderful opportunity to revitalize old connections, but also to forge new connections and make new friendships. And it's a really good networking opportunity. People find startup founders here. They can hire engineers. They meet with venture capitalists. They find money. They can talk to CIOs and maybe find customers. So this is a really, really big event, and we think it's going to just keep going bigger and bigger.
That's wonderful. And we have a banquet event tomorrow as well. You want to talk about that as well?
Yeah, so typically we cap off the 2-day event with a big gala banquet. And we have a cocktail reception followed by a nice dinner. And then there'll be a bunch of music and dancing. So it's all a fun way to sort of cap off 2-day hectic event.
So I know around the year you have numerous events as well. I know this is one grand event, 2-day event in a row, and I think this is the most busy part of the year for you. But around the year we have number of other events as well, including startup boot camps and stuff. So tell us a little more about them.
So we have about 40 events around the year, and these are all domain-specific events. So they can typically either be an afternoon event, we call it a lunch and learn, or in the evening, like 6 to 8. And people can come and learn about a specific topic. It could be Internet of Things, it could be blockchain, education technology, cybersecurity, etc. And we're also going to do a lot more women-focused events this year because there's a lot of demand, a lot of interest for that. And it's a very quick and easy way for a couple of hundred people to come together and learn about specific technologies. And so we aim to continue doing that. In addition, we're going to hold one event a quarter that we're calling a tech summit. And so these are all-day events, and they'll roughly get between 400 to 500 people, also focused around a particular domain. And they're sponsored, we get a lot of great speakers, and we hope to make an impact. And again, the whole point is to foster entrepreneurship.
That's beautiful. So Tech Summit is the next big one that's coming up, and that's pretty much new in 2018, correct?
We're going to do about roughly once a quarter.
Wow, that's amazing. So just the prerequisite is that you have to be a member of the TIE to be able to attend these events and leverage the knowledge and the wisdom that you share.
And its membership is very, very reasonable. It's $150 a year. You get to attend the events. You get to play a part in all the events that we do actually. You also have the opportunity to volunteer and help us plan and execute the events. So it's a good way to get engaged. And most important of all is you get to network. You get to meet people in your particular area of interest. And that alone is very, very valuable.
That's nice to learn. Any final message for Yo India TV viewers?
I'd say all of you, thank you for paying attention to us. We've been around for a long time. The big message that we have for you is come on in, get engaged, go to tiesv.org, sign up for membership, and be part of the action. We are very, very strong in Silicon Valley, but over the coming year, we're going to establish a really big presence in San Francisco, which is where a lot of new energy, a lot of new capital, a lot of new startups are coming. So please join us on our journey towards fostering entrepreneurship.
That was nice. Thank you so much for sharing your views, and we really learned a lot more about TIE as an organization and about your various events. All the very best, and thank you again.
Thank you, Jasleen. All the best to you as well. Hi, I'm Visvanathan, Executive Director for TIE Silicon Valley. watch me on Yo India TV.